Hi everyone. In this video, we will see how to make a cover letter generator. So suppose we have this site named 4week.io, and it provides listing of companies which are hiring for remote and also for 4 days work in a week. So here I have sample example. It's from Digital and it's for WordPress developer. And so what we will do is that we will feed this URL of this page and our resume to our code, and based on that it will generate cover letter. We can utilize it to quickly generate cover letter for any job which is listed in this site, and we can also customize our code to work for other sites also. And if I go back to browser, so this is what it had created. So that's how it works. So let's get started. First, I will create a file named cover letter.py, and let's from LangChain import chat from LangChain.chat models. I need chat OpenAI. Also, I need prompt. So from LangChain import prompt. Also, let's import .env. In .env, I have OpenAI API key and SERP API key. So from .env, import load.env and load.env. Now let's create function. So def cover letter generator, and this function will take URL of job posting. Also, let's take company name. Now we have URL. So let's first create LLM equals that OpenAI. Temperature, let's keep 0.7, and model name GPT 3.5 turbo, and what else it needs? Verbose we can pass. Let's pass verbose also. So I will keep verbose as true. Now let's create prompt template. So prompt template equals prompt template, and template equals multi-line string. I will do. So for given resume, or let's keep resume only, for given resume, and job description, where cover letter join company. Now let's go to new line, and we will need resume. Resume equals resume, and we also need cover letter, not cover letter, job description. Now we need to load our resume and have this job description. So for resume, to load this resume, here I have this resume. It's not complete resume. Here I had just mentioned skills and whatever experience I had added. So let's import it. To open text file, we can directly open, but this is PDF loader. So this is PDF. So I will import from LangChain. Import from LangChain dot document loaders. Import PyPDFLoader. So in previous videos, we had not discussed about document loaders, but these are just simple loaders or used to load file or open file. There are different type of loaders like CSV loader, PDF loader, and HTML loaders. For this tutorial, we will use HTML loader to load and process this page, this job requirement, and we will use PDF loader to open our resume. So let's create instance loader equals or PDF loader equals PyPDF loader, and then it will ask path, file path. So for us, file path is /my data dot PDF. Let's keep this part outside of this function so we can run and test it. So we have PyPDF loader. Now we can do resume equals PyPDF loader dot load, and this method will load the PDF. Now we can print our resume. Let's run the code. So it's saying that PyPDF is not installed. We need to install PyPDF. So we will run ppng install PyPDF. So internally this PyPDFLoader, LangChain's PyPDFLoader uses PyPDF library, and we need to install it. Let's see our pip file. So in pip file, we have all these dependencies installed, and PyPDF also got added. It's done. Now let's run the code again, and it should print content of our resume. So yeah, it printed. Now here we are specifying file path as this. We can make it more better. So for that, we need to import OS, and we will do current path or current dir equals os dot path dot dir name and name. So this command will print get our current directory of the file which is running. So right now coverletter.py is running. So it will give a directory of coverletter.py. Printed, looks like it not printed correct dir. Okay, but it will give. Now let's create one more PDF dir, or let's call PDF path equals os.path.join, and we will join our current dir with my data.pdf. Now let's print PDF path. Okay, so it printed current dir, and something is not working. It's not detecting current dir for some reasons. Current dir is correct. See. Okay, so here we have typo. It should be not name, it should be file name. So I will keep as file, and then if I do this, then it will print current directory and PDF path both. So it printed current directory, which is this one, and path of our PDF. Now, instead of using my data.pdf, what we can do, we can put file path as PDF path. Now, if I load the resume and print it, so it's detecting and printing the file. Let's make it part of that function. So I will put it here. Now in our prompt template, let's define input variables. We are taking two input variables. One is resume, and second one is job description. Now we have resume. We need job description. So for job description, let's create one variable, job description equals. For job descriptions, we will use agent. For now, let's keep it strict like this. And prompt template, we will create query out of it. So prompt template dot format, or we can use LangChain, and we do not need to format it. So I will import LangChain from LangChain.chains, import LangChain, and when we have prompt template ready, let's create chain equals LangChain. It will take LLM as chat OpenAI, and prompt as prompt template, and Last thing, verbose as true. Let's see if we are missing something. Prompt LLM output key we don't need. Yeah, done. Now we can do response equals chain dot run, and at runtime we will pass resume as resume and job description as the job description. Now let's print it out, print response, and also let's return the response. No need to print it. Now let's we know that we have our job description as empty, but still let's print it out, and let's run this chain and see what output we get. So I will do print, and our function name is cover letter generator. URL and company I will keep null because right now we are not using it anywhere in our code. And let's run it. So it took prompt. Our prompt is this given resume, and in our prompt resume got appended. Now it's talking to LLM, and it generated this prompt or cover letter. So in cover letter, it's from my resume it had taken, and it's generic, which I can use anywhere. Now let's try to customize this cover letter for this particular company. For that, let's create one folder named agents, or you can keep agents, and here I will create, or instead of creating folder, since we are going to create only one agent, I will create agent.py, and here first thing, let's import from LangChain dot agents. We will import initialize agent, and I will import tool to create tools for agent, and yeah, that's pretty much. Also, let's initialize agent. So I will call agent equals initialize agent. Yeah, one more thing we need is agent type. Let's create tools equals empty array for now, and here I will create first thing we need to pass LLM also. So I will import LLM also from LangChain dot chat model. I will use chat model import chat OpenAI, and let's initialize it. So LLM equals chat OpenAI, and temperature, let's keep 0.7. Now I will pass LLM equals LLM. and tools, our empty array for now. Agent type, I will use zero sort React description, which will use description of our tools to decide which tool to use. And verbose I will keep true. So it will tell everything, whatever it does. Now let's create our tools. So I will create first tool, and name of tool I will keep job description parcel description. This tool takes URL of job description and loads HTML. So it takes the URL of job description, loads HTML WebPage, and processes it. So this is description. Now let's add function. So for function, let's create another file. I will call it tools, and in tool I will create function which will take URL and pass that URL or load that URL. So to download the content of URL, let's see. So we have HTML loaders which we can use to download content of URL. If I go to integrations and then document loader, and then I can go to URL loaders, and here we have unstructured loader, Selenium loader, and what is this? Playwright loader. Okay, now if I go to document transformer, then apart from this, we have this asynchronous loader also, which internally uses this playwright loader, which we saw here. Playwright loader is used to async loader, so we will use async loader for our loading of our URL. So I will create from LangChain.document loaders, import Chromium loader, and let's define one function here. Instead of document, I will keep job description processor, and it will take URL. Loader let's call it site loader equals to async Chromium loader, and it accepts URL which is list of history. So we need to load only single URL, so I will create one list, and in that list I will put my URL. Now let's call data equals site loader dot load and then print data. Let's test out this function. I will copy URL from here and call this function in same file, job description processor, and URL is this. Let's see if it works. It says Playwright is not installed, so I will install Playwright. PPNG install, not copied properly, so PPNG install Playwright. Till it's installing, let's go back and import this tool. Okay, it's done. We will test first and we will import. Let's run it. So it loaded the page and gave this much URL, not URL, content of that page. So it started with document, and then in document we have page content. So we can print it as data 0, and in 0th element we need page content. Let's return the same thing. Or before returning, since this content is too long, we need to summarize it. First we will summarize it and then return. And also there is too much unnecessary data. So for that we will use Beautiful Soup to process it. So import Beautiful Soup. We also need to install it. So also one more thing is that in LangChain document transformer we have this Beautiful Soup available, but I will use Beautiful Soup library directly, because some things are not available in transformer of LangChain for now. So ppnv install Beautiful Soup. Okay, so we need to install BS4 instead of Beautiful Soup, and then we can do from BS4 import Beautiful Soup. And once it's installed, we can do like soup equals Beautiful Soup, and here I can pass our data and html.parser. In this page. So if I inspect this page and I want to find this part, so I can go to this one. This is for row live wrapper. Okay, I can directly click here, this part, and then inspect it. It's part of this unordered list, and all this is part of this big div, and this big div is part of this part. So it's a div and its class is job description text. So what we can do print soup dot find. We want to find div, and for that div class equals what was class? Job description text. So job description text. Let's see if it works. So instead of getting whole data, we should see only this part from whatever is being highlighted from this is full time to here. It says it's expected string or byte object but got list at line number 9. So before that, let's okay. So instead of feeding data, we need to feed data dot page content because it's expecting string, something like HTML, and then this time it selected only that class, and here we have the information which we need. So let's call, we need from here to here, and let's call job description equals, and what we can do now, we have job description, and this part LLM will easily understand, but if we return this data, then it's too big, and our token limit might expire, and we will get error that when agent will use this, we might get error that max token limit exceeded. So before returning, let's summarize the data. So I will import from LangChain .llms import OpenAI, and here I will create LLM equals LLM, not LLM, OpenAI, and model, I think by default it should take DaVinci. Let's run it. So I will do result equals LLM, and here I will pass prompt directly. So summarize the job description or company and let's ask return company info and job requirements. Also, let's add job description. So instead of using format template, I will just append the string here, job description, and instead of returning big one, we will return summarized description, and let's run and see. This part we will print. Okay, so it says OpenAPI key not loaded. For that, we need to load that. So from .env import load.env and then load.env. Cannot concatenate string or tag. Looks like still there is some issue. Let's comment this out and see why it's giving error. So I will print the job description. Okay, looks like it's saying can only concatenate string. Okay, so this is in form of tag. That's why it's not working. So now we need to use prompt template only. I will import from LangChain. Import prompt template, and here prompt equals prompt template dot from template, and we'll use this template. Job description I will pass as placeholder here. Let's format it. Now let's do query equals prompt dot format, and here I will pass job description equals job description. Let's see if it works. So here I will just pass this query and run it. This job description is also being printed. Let's remove it. Okay, so now we have company info, company overview. This is information about company and the role. So for role, we have this much information. Still, it's not mentioning technologies. Let's optimize our templates. So it's summarize the job description for summarize the job description, and return company details and requirements. We can think more and optimize it further, but let's see if it works or not. Okay, this time it's giving a stack what technology we need. I think it's good for now. Let's use this template only, but if you want, you can play around and make it more good. Now let's comment out this part, and here I will come back to tools, not tools, agents. So I will come back to agent, and in agent from tools I will import job description processor, And in function, I will pass job description processor. Now let's create one more tool. And for that tool, I will use OpenAI or SERP API. So from LangChain.utilities import SERP API wrapper and def Google search. Here it will just you will just hit query and it will return. First we need to do search equals SERP API wrapper and make sure that key is exported. Now here I will do search and here I will pass the query. So suppose our agent needs something and it can search the Google using this tool. Let's create this here. So I will use Google search and in our list of tools, let's add one more tool and call it div search description. This tool is useful for doing Google search. And then function Google search. Now let's run our agent. So response equals to agent.run and for now let's hard code the URL. So I will copy it and let's keep the prompt as for company is visible, for company visible, load and process job template, or we can also use Google. So for company visible, I will make for company visible use so for company visible let's keep use Google to get info about it. Use info to load and process job template, job description. Okay. Now let's pass job description URL equals whatever we copied and print the result. Figure it out and let's run this agent to see how it's working. It says SERP API object is not callable. Let's see what's wrong here. So I will just print Google search. I will search for MySQL and run tools.py, and let's see. It says SERP API object is not callable. Before that, lot of logs. Let's run it again. I think it's search dot run. No, it will work. Yeah, looks like it's working. Let's comment this out. Yeah, it worked and it gave information about MySQL. Let's clear this out, and in agent, again, let's run our agent. So it started agent chain. First it says I will start by searching information about company, and it's searching for digital company. It got information. Digital is digital agency company. We can also enhance our code to go to about us page of digital and see pass that page and see what they are exactly doing. Now after that it used web search, and after web search it's using another tool, web description parser, job description parser, and in parser this is what they got. This is what agent got, and yeah, based on job description. Okay, let's see the final answer is it's good, but it's too small to use. Now I have alternate prompt. Let's try this one. Let's clear it out and run this agent again and see. This time directly it's using job description parser. Now it's doing the web search. And finally it returned it is a company that focuses. Okay, and this is what it needs. Okay, this is good for us. Now let's create function. So I will just take this part out and def job description agent, and this agent will take company name and URL. And it will return out response. Also, let's create one prompt. instead of hard coding. So from LangChain import from template, and here from template, and this part. Here let's pass query, and let's create query variable here, and it should be prompt dot format and company equals company, and URL of job description will be URL which we will pass from cover letter to this agent. And here this part we don't need it. Let's make it URL, and here company. Let's call it company. Now we have two tools, and our agent is using these two tools, and we will use agent in this cover letter. So from agent import job description agent, and here in job description part we kept it empty. It should be while company.maintain and private color. So here I will call a function job description agent, and I will pass company equals company, or I can just pass company and URL. Now we don't have company and URL right now, but from here I can pass. So I will pass visible as company, and this is URL. Let's run our cover letter or py to see if it's not breaking anywhere. And this time it should properly create a cover letter for us, which reflects that it's created for this particular job description. So if we see, it started agent, and first it used search agent, web search, and then it used job description parser agent. I think it should be called job description processor, but for now let's keep it parser. Now it summarized description, this one, and then sent to this chat OpenAI LLM, and gave us this cover letter. So it's like, dear hiring manager, apart from and size from apartment community. So it's including my experience and some things extra it added. But yeah, we can play with prompts to make it much better. Now let's quickly create backend and server and client for it. So I will create server.py, and in server.py let's use same old code which we used in our this simple LLM web video. I will copy paste it. This thing is not required. This thing is required. Okay, so this time our route will be, instead of chat, our route will be cover. Let's call cover letter and method equals post, and last time we created the function. This time let's call cover letter. All this we don't need. Let's keep it for now. And what I can just print this for now, and it is no more. Now we need to create home.html inside templates folder. So I will create templates folder. Okay, it's template file. Templates folder, and there I will create, let's create index.html. And in index.html, I will use content of home.html, whatever we used last time. It's in branch number 5, simple LLM web, if you want to check out. And here I will modify to index.html. Let's run it and see. Okay, here it's saying it should be methods, not method. Server is started. Let's go and open it. So it says generate domain names, but at least it's coming. Let's go to here. First we will place folder as company name, and same thing we need. But this time for URL, and here it's for name of company. So basically right now we are trying to create a front-end part, and here I will keep instead of generate domains, I will keep generate cover letter. Generate cover letter. Everything else I will keep same. This is ID URL, and this is URL of job description. Now, once these things are submitted, on click of this one, we are calling call LLM function. In call LLM function, we are getting company equals element by ID. So this time our element ID is name. Also, we need let's call it URL. Here we need to replace name ID by URL ID. So at time of submission, we have company name, we have URL name, URL of job description, and that's sufficient. Now we are taking selecting area for output, and here at output area we will show loading. Now if I go to server.py, our API part is cover letter here. So localhost colon 500, and this time it should be cover letter. So this I will remove, and we'll keep cover letter. Now we are doing fetch. After fetch, let's pass an object, and this time our method is post. It's JSON, so equal will not work here. Method is post, and we have headers. Header is itself an object, and first I will pass content type as application JSON. We will post JSON data here, and body. So body will be, we will do JSON.stringify, and in body I will pass one object as URL, and second element will be, or let's keep second element as URL, first element will be company. So now it will post the URL, and then wait for response. Once we get response, then I want output area dot inner HTML to be whatever we will return from our server. Now front end part is done. Let's go here, and here I will do return hello. Stop the web server and start again. Refresh the page. Inspect it. Now let's do company name TGL, and URL is this. Now if I go to network call and do the post operation, here in payload, please request URL is this. We got response as hello, but it's not updated here for some reason, and also I don't see payload. This was post call. Let's see what's wrong. So we have body as JSON.stringify. It looks correct only. Let's come here, and body equals request dot get JSON, and let's print out body and see if our front end is actually sending body or not. Let's run it, and now if I hit it, I will restart. I will refresh and do the post call, and see here, yeah. So in backend we are getting company and URL properly. Let's see why this loading is not updating. So if I see here the response which I received, so request included company name and URL, and response is hello. I will see raw, so it's hello only. Output area dot inner HTML, it got changed to loading, but here it's not getting changed to loading. Let's do console log and see data here. Restart it, console, running. Listen.parse unexpected at line number 1. Okay. So the reason is from our server we are returning it like this. I will return it as JSON. So JSONify, and this, it should work now. If I refresh and restart and run it again, hello, it got updated. Here also it should have printed, but not sure why it's not printed, but at least here it's getting updated. Now let's integrate this route with our cover letter.py. So we have body, and in body we can do body dot get. I think body dot company only I can do. Let's see if I can I do body.company. Copy it and start it again. And post from here. Internal server errors. Dict object has no attribute. Okay. Then we need to do it like body.get URL and similarly body.get company. So when started, let's clear it. Yeah, it's working. So here also it's logging A and A, means URL and company is logging properly. Now let's what we do, we can replace this print with response equals, we had not imported, so from cover letter import function which we created, cover letter generator, and here I will use cover letter generator. So we are passing URL and company name, but order is different. So I will do URL equals URL and company equals body.company, and instead of response I will return this, instead of hello I will return response. So now we have our backend part ready. We have two routes, one for home page and one for this API, and this API is connected to whatever we made till now. Let's stop it, clear the logs and test it if it works or not. Here this time, let's refresh this one more time. Okay. For some reasons, Frontend crashed. Let's start server.py. So on start only, it's automatically calling. Somehow this call automatically got invoked. Let's see why. Okay, so we imported this cover letter generator, and at the end of cover letter generator, I had used this print command. Because of that, this function got invoked automatically. Again, we need to stop and start again. This time it should work as expected. Yeah, server is started and nothing is being called. If I refresh, here I will enter company name, so digital and URL. I will use this one. Let's hit it. Call is in pending state. If I go here, our chain is started. Right now it's in no job description provided, therefore summary cannot be given. Digital company. Skills. Finishing chain. It finished. We got response. It's not properly formatted, but looks like this time it failed to fetch that page. Let's run it again. It's doing web search. So from web search it got the data. From job description parser, this time it got job description properly. Now it's thinking, and then thinking it had passed the it had processed the job description and now it's summarized. So for summarize, it called job description processor, and now this time it's working. It got context, what job requirements and what is company. Let's see here. Yeah. So it starts from here. I'm expressing full-time opportunity at Digital. I'm willing and thrilling. My experience, this. So right now it's not looking much good, but we can combine it with maybe pydantic output parser and send data here in more clear way and render it properly here. Let's try with some other company and see how it works. So I will go to jobs and engineering jobs. Let's pick this one, Ecosia. So I will copy URL, paste it, and call Ecosia. Let's start generator. It's searching web about Ecosia. It got information. Now it's loading that job listing page. Here we got summary from OpenAI, and now it's combining my resume with the summary which it got. But summary is not good. As you can see, it have just salary, flexible offers, and DevOps. I think it not properly worked this time, but let's see what we got here. I am writing to express my interest in platform engineer position, but at least it's not generic. Somewhat it's related to that job post. So still there are many scopes of improvement. First thing is we can improve our prompts, and then second thing is that we can send data in more serialized way and show it properly here. So you can find this code in GitHub repo, and maybe you can pick up from here and make it better. So to summarize, overall in this video, we created this cover letter.py. Here we created function which calls agent to summarize job description, and that agent uses two tools, one for search engine and one LLM. One in second tool it calls LLM to summarize the data, and finally when all data is back to our cover letter.py, we use our resume which is loaded using document loader, PyPDF document loader, and job description which is returned by our agent. We combine these two and pass to LangChain, and with this prompt that says that we want cover letter for this job description and this resume, and once chain is finished, we return this response, and then we integrated with Flask server. So here we created API, and in this API we are calling this cover letter. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Company name and company URL, not company URL, job posting URL or job description URL. Then I can